Hi guys, I'm Kaz and I own Leap of Faith Coaching Services and I help clients to be their best version. Welcome back to my channel and this is part 2 of my affirmation law of attraction top tips. I would suggest watching that one first if you haven't already, because I went into the basics of what affirmations are and how they can help with limiting beliefs and the importance of beliefs and what beliefs, because beliefs create our reality. So watch that one first so I don't have to go for it again. Today, firstly, a lot of people that are not into self-help as much as obviously I am, are not understanding how important and how powerful affirmations are. And especially when clients first come to me, I always start with this sort of analogy. I ask them to write down all of the stuff that they say to themselves in a day that's negative and detrimental. And it'll go along the lines of something like, you're going to be late for work, you don't look very good in that, you're stupid, you're never going to, why would you go for that exam because you're stupid, don't eat that for lunch because you'll get even fatter. And them things are what we say to ourselves over and over again. That's just the general chitter-chatter that we have in our heads, and that is intensified even more if we've got anxiety and depression. That voice can become quite dark and can become quite a bully to us, and I definitely had a bully in my head for a number of years, so I get how prominent they are. And what happens is, as well, once we start the process of thinking them thoughts, and once we've thought them thoughts a few times, they become dominant neural pathways. So it becomes just normal for us to tell ourselves that we look disgusting, or it becomes normal for us to tell ourselves that we're too stupid for something. It becomes something that we say. We get addicted to that type of thinking and it replays and runs itself. Everything that's a program in the subconscious is running itself. You're not needing to worry about that. You don't need to have to consciously think about how to drive a car every time you get in the car, do you? It's an automatic thing. You put the key in, you don't even think about how you do it. You just get in and it sort of happens. Everything that you believe or that's in is like that and runs itself. So the negative thinking patterns that we want to get rid of start with negative talk, and we don't understand how important and how detrimental this talk can be. So take one of your children, for example, or a younger sibling, and they're getting ready for school on a morning or whatever, and you're following them around and you're saying stuff to them like, you're gonna have an awful day at school today. Everyone laughs at you at school, you know, because your trainers are shit, and you're never gonna do very well in that exam, and I wouldn't even bother asking that girl out because she just thinks that you're stupid anyway. Would you ever dream of speaking to your child like that, or speaking to anyone in your family? I come to think of it, you wouldn't even speak to your worst enemy like that. If you hated someone at work and they were stood in the mirror in the toilet, you wouldn't walk past them and tell them that they look disgusting and vile, because we understand that is just awful and it's bullying and it's going to have absolutely lots and lots of negative consequences. But yet that's what we're doing to ourselves in our heads all day long, following ourselves around all day, winding ourselves up, preparing for failure, telling ourselves that when the failure happens that we're going to just absolutely crumble. Then we wonder why we're depressed and why we think that we can't deal with stuff and can't cope with things. It's nothing to do with our ability, it's to do with the fact that we've allowed our self-talk to become our worst enemy rather than our best friend. So how do we do that? Start with affirmations. So say whatever problem that you're facing in your life, if it's financial, if it's confidence wise, if it's depression, you can type in what are the best affirmations for depression, anxiety, anything, and it'll give you, the search engine will give you a range of the best affirmations to use. Then the trick always is first thing on a morning is to wake up and write 3 affirmations down. I'll figure out how to phrase them in a minute. Write 3 affirmations down, then throughout the day, repeat them affirmations to yourself throughout the day at least 100 times, I would say. That's what I tell my clients to do. Because the self-talk's going on every minute of every day, all day long. And so even 100 times saying an affirmation is not a massive amount of time. And what we're aiming to do is to balance out the negative self-talk with positive self-talk, which then starts and seeps in and makes us feel a little bit better about ourselves. So affirmation apps are really, really good for that. They can remind you to say them, or you could write on post-it notes and stick them all around the house, which is what I used to do. Anything that helps to remind you to say them repeatedly over and over again every day. So how we say them, I always suggest that you say them as if you already are that. So I am statements are really, really powerful, such as I am powerful, I am in control of my thoughts and emotions, I am capable and intelligent, I am able to do anything I put my mind to. If you say it like you already own it, it's more powerful and it seeps down. There's no exclusion for the law of attraction off your subconscious. So if you say, I am 200 pounds, I am a stone less than I am now, or I'm a stone less, then what that's doing is actually inviting more. So you would never do negative ones, you would always switch that. So if you want to be a stone less, then your affirmation could be along the lines of, I feel amazing or I am 9 stone, or I am feeling awesome and my ideal weight of 10 stone. So never, or if you want to quit smoking, for example, most people are trying to quit smoking, constantly focusing on smoking. It's never gonna work for us. The trick is to find the opposite of that and focus on that. So what does smoking get for you? So what will not smoking get for you? So it could be, I am healthy and I am looking after my body and I'm enjoying being healthy. Whatever you'll get from stopping doing it, it is what you need to focus on, rather than doing a negative affirmation. Again, affirmations for everything. You can use search engines for them. You can get them replayed on subliminal. So on YouTube you can type in subliminal affirmations for depression and play them throughout the day, play them while you're sleeping. And they're also getting down there in the subconscious quicker as well, because if we can't hear them, they are working on a different level of consciousness. So the trick is always to do them consciously while also trying to get them down into the subconscious with stuff like subliminals or hypnosis, or spoken affirmations with music. So again, rambling on for 8 minutes. I'm going to do a separate video on the subconscious and the conscious mind and how they both work together to create our reality, because that's a whole video in and of itself. But if you've got any questions on today's video, please just comment below and I will answer. And thank you for watching. Bye.